Live with Kelly and Mark fans often see Kelly Ripa call out her husband Mark Consuelos, and recently, she complained about one of his most annoying habits. Initially, she thought that hosting with him was a terrible idea. But morning talk show fans certainly get to know that celebrities have faults like everyone else. Live Kelly Ripa calls out Mark Consuelos on her public platform. The Live with Kelly and Mark host once told her viewers that Mark snores a lot, so he used nasal strips to try and sort it out. However, it didn't make for a very sexy time when they went to sleep. At the same time, she was slathered in slimy moisturizer creams, making the nightly bedtime routine experience anything but hot. Nevertheless, these conversations usually elicit a lot of laughs from the ABC audience, perhaps because many older folks can relate to them. All about Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos' daughter Lola Consuelos. Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos welcomed their only daughter in 2001. Lola Consuelos has built-in mentors in her parents, Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos. Ripa and Consuelos have been married for nearly 28 years and share 3 children: Michael, Lola, and Joaquin. In August 2020, the longtime couple spoke to POPLE about parenthood, including raising one daughter among sons. I think I had definitive ideas about raising girls versus raising boys, even though I don't really believe in gender stereotyping. Ripa explained, "My sons are just as sensitive as my daughter, and my daughter is as strong as my sons." As for Consuelos, he said that when she was younger, he didn't plan on letting Lola out of his sight. However, he changed his tune as she grew up. "As overprotective as I thought I would be when she was born and I was holding her in my arms, I've mellowed a bit," he explained, "because I'm really aware of what a good head on her shoulders she has." Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos' relationship timeline. While Ripa has had over 2 decades to be a mom to Lola and show her the ropes, she said that she has learned so much about being a modern-day woman from her daughter in return. "It really gives me hope. Her generation really supports each other the way she and her friends have each other's backs," she said. "For all the talk about women helping other women, I see it in her generation in a way I never have before." Lola has also learned plenty from her own parents, too. During a July 2023 interview with E! News, she shared the best piece of advice she had gotten from her mom and dad over the years. "I think it's always be respectful. I've always seen them stay really true to themselves and authentic and respectful and grounded and to work hard," she said. "That's the best advice. And it's not even advice, because I've just kind of grown up watching them work like that, so I'm really grateful to have them as built-in mentors." Here's everything to know about Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos' daughter, Lola Consuelos. Ripa and Consuelos welcomed their only daughter, Lola, on June 16, 2001. Ripa revealed the story behind Lola's name during a January 2022 episode of Live with Kelly and Ryan. She explained that if she had a son instead of a daughter, Lola's name would have been Joaquin, which was ultimately given to her younger brother. Ripa added that Lola's name was a surprise to all of us. Lola was supposed to be Safia, but on the way to the hospital in the taxi cab, the driver was listening to the radio. The 70s station, and Copacabana by Barry Manilow was playing, Ripa recalled. She continued, "I heard that lyric when he said her name was Lola, and I said to Mark, Lola Consuelos would be a really cool name. And he said, if she's a girl, let's name her Lola. And that was it." As the daughter of 2 celebrities with long-standing careers in Hollywood, Lola and her siblings were no strangers to the spotlight as kids. Over the years, Ripa and Consuelos have shared several tidbits, as well as the occasionally embarrassing moment, about their children, including on the air on Live with Kelly and Mark. In a September 2023 episode of Ripa's podcast, Let's Talk Off Camera with Kelly Ripa, she interviewed her daughter and elder son. During their conversation, Ripa asked her children if they were cognizant of the media attention they get from paparazzi when they were younger. "Yes, I was very aware of it. And I always tell this to people because I say I think you and Dad did the best job of raising us with that type of stuff because we knew what was going on, but you always told us that it was something else," Lola explained. She added, "Like when you'd pick us up when we'd walk home from school, I'd be like, there's people taking photos of us. And you were like, they're taking photos of the birds." Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos' 3 kids. All about Michael, Lola, and Joaquin. After graduating from high school in June 2019, Lola went off to college not too far from home, New York University. While there, Lola studied music and production and graduated in May 2023. During a September 2019 appearance on Air with Ryan Seacrest, Ripa shared that her main concern about her children going off to college was them choosing schools close to home. College is where you start establishing yourself as an independent person, Ripa explained. My main concern was you don't know if you should be this close to home because I don't want you using home like it's your home. I want you to use this as an experience. In her book, Live Wire, Long-Winded Short Stories, Ripa recalled an experience where Lola treated the family's New York City residence as her own home for a party in college while she and Mark were out of town, only to be busted thanks to motion detectors. Rather than drive back to the city to break up the party, they tried bombarding her phone with messages, to no success. When that didn't work, Mark decided that she should be punished by living at said home instead of her dormitory for her freshman year. Ripa wrote, I explained to Mark that his idea only punished me. My plan, however, was inspired. Let's change the locks. While her older brother went down the path to become an actor, writer, and director, Lola pursued another creative career path, music. She released her debut single, Paranoia Silver Lining, in August 2022. At the time, Lola told POPLE that she had been making music since she was 14, but she didn't have anything that I thought was legitimate enough to write about or something that resonated with me. I'm at this point in my life where I really just want to get the ball rolling. I just turned 21. I have a lot of material to write about, she explained. And I've gotten older, I have a lot more life experience in terms of relationships and friendships. It was a good introduction to the type of music I like to make and what I like to speak about. Less than a year later, in July 2023, Lola dropped her second single, Divine Timing. She told POPLE at the time that it was a different experience releasing her second song, explaining, I've already had the nerves of putting out my first single and people hearing my voice for the first time. So it's really exciting and definitely less nerve-wracking. The singer also teased that there was more music to come, but she wanted to take her time. I'm trying not to rush the process because I have a tendency to try to release things the day that I make them, which I have to stop doing, she explained. I just have to sit back and let it marinate for a little. As for whether or not Lola thinks her parents had anything to do with her success, she addressed how having famous parents has, and hasn't, affected her career in music during a July 2023 interview with Extra. There are times when I might think, what are other people going to think about this? Especially because Nepo Baby has become a huge thing, Lola explained. There's no correlation to the stress that I feel and what my parents do because they aren't in the music industry, thank God. Lola initially spent a semester abroad in London while she was in college. After the fact, her parents teased her about having a strange little inflection after spending time across the pond with a British boyfriend. No, she doesn't have a British accent at all. She says things like, the bin bag, Ripa said on Live with Kelly and Mark in September 2023. She won't say a trash bag, she says bin bag. She says rubbish. Take out the rubbish. She'll say, I have to get that sorted. She's getting things sorted all the time. After her experience, Lola made that move more permanent. In October 2023, Ripa discussed her daughter's relocation and opened up about helping her daughter look for an apartment in London. We were saying that we've never had just a mother-daughter trip, just the two of us, she shared on Live with Kelly and Mark about their getaway. It was just us. We had the best time. She is so much fun. In addition to music, Lola is into fashion. Ripa told POPLE in September 2022 that she gets fashion advice from her daughter, albeit not always in the most polite manner. Don't wear that. You look ridiculous, Ripa said, quoting her daughter's candid feedback. She oddly says that my clothes should be tighter and shorter, which has the reverse effect as it does, and I wind up actually making my skirts longer and blousier and bigger. Ripa also gave a compliment to her daughter's style, telling Lola, if I could pull off your clothes, I would in a heartbeat. You've got the choicest sense of style and you wear everything with confidence. While Ripa and Consuelos might share embarrassing stories about their daughter from time to time, they also cheer her on. They encourage her music career in any way they can, including giving candid feedback. In August 2022, Lola told POPLE that her parents loved her debut single and wouldn't sugarcoat anything about her musical abilities. They are going to tell me if it sounds bad, she said. So when I saw they had a good reaction and liked it, I felt reassured. Lola also expressed how much she appreciated her mom and dad showing their public support for her career, especially given that the one thing they have actually no idea about is music. They really don't know what they're talking about once when it comes to music, she said. So it's very sweet to see them do their posts here and there in their little videos. They made a music video yesterday in the pool. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Jaxcey N24. Thank you for watching.